Explanation of the book, Decisiveness, How to Make Better Decisions in Your Life and Business, by Chip Heath and Dan Heath. This book answers a very important question. Why do we make bad decisions even though we think they're right at the time? And how can we make better decisions systematically? General introduction. Why do we make bad decisions? People don't fail at making decisions because they're unintelligent, but rather because our minds naturally make common mistakes, including 1. Locking ourselves into two options. We tell ourselves either this or that, forgetting that there are many other possibilities. 2. Desire bias. We tend to look for evidence that confirms what we desire and ignore evidence to the contrary. 3. Being influenced by momentary emotions, such as fear, excitement, and anger, which blinds us to insight. 4. Overconfidence. We believe that what we plan will succeed without preparing for negative possibilities. To solve these problems, the authors presented a practical, step-by-step model consisting of 4 main stages. This model is called the Decisiveness model. 4 keys to better decision-making. They are as follows. 1. Expand your range of options. 2. Test ideas with reality, not guesswork. 3. Emotionally distance yourself from the decision before making it. 4. Be prepared for the possibility of error. We will explain each one in detail with clear examples and in-depth explanations. Stage 1. Expand your options and don't limit yourself to just 2 choices. Common mistake. When faced with a difficult decision, we fall into the binary choice trap, saying, should I take this job or not? Should I leave this project or continue with it? The problem? This thinking limits us to just 2 options, when in reality, there are dozens of alternatives we haven't considered. How do we overcome this trap? 1. Ask yourself, what other options have I not considered? The question may not be take it or leave it, but can I ask for better terms? Or, is there a third job that combines the advantages and avoids the disadvantages? 2. Learn from others' experiences. Find people who have faced similar situations and learn from their choices. 3. Use the combination rule. You don't have to choose between 2 opposites. Sometimes you can combine them. For example, you don't have to choose between work and study. Perhaps you can combine them by organizing your time. Applied example. A person wants to start a business but is hesitant between quitting his job and starting the project, or staying in his job and postponing the project, but he forgot a third option, starting the project part-time on weekends and monitoring its progress before leaving the job. Stage 2, test your ideas with reality, not expectations. Common mistake. When making a decision, we tend to focus on the evidence that supports our idea and ignore evidence that might contradict it. We overhope and underestimate the risks. How to overcome this tendency? 1. Look for information that contradicts your idea. Instead of asking, will the project succeed? When to ask, what are the reasons why it might fail? 2. Conduct a small experiment, mini-pilot. Don't make a decision all at once. Try it out in a small way to see the real results. 3. Learn from the experiences of those who came before you. Talk to someone who's had a similar experience and ask, what did you learn? And what did you regret? Applied example. A woman is considering opening a homemade pastry shop. Instead of launching immediately and risking a large capital, she decided to sell to her colleagues for a month. She tested the response, discovered more popular flavors, and refined her idea before officially launching her project. Stage 3. Step back before making a decision to avoid emotional influence. The problem. When we're too excited or too scared, we make decisions we may later regret. Short-term emotions cloud our long-term perspective. How do we solve this problem? 1. Ask yourself, how will I feel about this decision in a month, in a year? This exercise helps us step out of the moment and look to the future with a clearer mind. 2. Imagine your friend in the same situation. What advice would you give them? This exercise helps you think rationally rather than emotionally. Or 3. Review your personal values. Does the decision serve your greater purpose in life? Or is it a spur-of-the-moment response? Practical example. A young man wanted to drop out of university due to the temporary boredom, but when he asked himself, "How will I feel in 5 years if I drop out now?" he realized the decision was momentary and decided to continue while improving his study environment. Stage 4. Prepare for the possibility of mistake and don't assume perfection. The problem. Many people make a decision and are surprised by failure because they haven't prepared for it. We always think things will go as planned, forgetting that mistakes are very likely. How do we prepare for failure? Ease 1. Imagine that the decision actually failed, and ask yourself, why? This exercise is called pre-failure analysis and gives you a solid backup plan. 2. Set early warning points, such as, if sales drop below this threshold, I'll reevaluate. Or, if stress exceeds this threshold, I'll stop and rebalance. 3. Learn from experience, not wishful thinking. Don't rely on what you wish would happen, but on what might actually happen in the worst-case scenario. Practical example. A man started an online business, and instead of assuming it would inevitably succeed, he created a backup plan. He told himself, if I'm not profitable after 3 months, I'll reevaluate my marketing. Indeed, 2 months later, he discovered a problem with his advertising approach, fixed it, and regained control. Book summary. Decisiveness doesn't mean being a genius, but rather having a clear approach. A good decision isn't just one that leads to a successful outcome, but one that has been thought through maturely. Decisiveness doesn't mean speed, but clarity, deliberation, and multiple perspectives. There is no such thing as a perfect decision, but there is a balanced decision based on intelligent and realistic analysis.